They've bitten us. We will destroy them. Ramzan Kadyrov used these vengeful words to threaten unknown attackers today. Russian state news agency RIA said that the drone hit a Russian Special Forces university named after Vladimir Putin in the city of Wildberries. It's the first time Chechnya has been hit by a drone. Ukraine has not admitted responsibility, but Chechen fighters are divided, with some supporting Kadyrov and thereby Russia, and others fighting in specialist regiments for Ukraine. There were no casualties and the fire was put out. In another attack on Russian forces in Chechnya earlier this week, at least one Russian soldier was killed. The attack occurred around noon on the 23rd of October in the Petropavlovskaya village of the Grozny district. Chechen opposition Telegram channels have published video footage allegedly showing the aftermath of the attack, depicting a military vehicle with bullet holes, bloodstains on the road, and a body of the deceased serviceman. Russian law enforcement agencies say they are currently conducting an operation to locate and detain the attackers, Rosgvardia reported. Chechnya has a long history of resistance against Russian rule, in particular during the Russia-Chechnya wars in the 1990s and 2000s. In 2022, Ukraine became the first state to officially recognize Ichkeria as an independent state. If you are interested in learning about the history of Chechnya, please watch to the end of the video. Otherwise, please like the video now, so that I can continue with my Chechnya news updates. So what can we learn of this region in the Caucasus? And what are the possible implications of a conflict between Chechnya and the Kremlin? In this video, we will take a deep dive into the history of the region and current events. The Republic of Chechnya is an autonomous region in Russia. It borders Georgia, Dagestan, Ingushetia, and North Ossetia. Its population is small, only 1.5 million, and almost all are Sunni Muslim. This predominantly mountainous region was, for hundreds of years, heavily defended with fortresses and castles. They still dot the mountains. The noble warriors of these mountains successfully fended off invaders until the 16th century, when Temryuk of Kabardia married his daughter off to the Russian Tsar Ivan the Terrible, and began to encroach on their land. With the death of Temryuk, Russian forces pulled back and stayed away for the next 200 years. With battles raging between the Persians and Russians, followed by the Russians and Turks, the Chechens chose to ally with Turkey and converted to Islam. In 1917, Chechnya, Ingushetia, and Dagestan declared independence and formed the United Mountain Dwellers of the North Caucasus. Only 4 years later, in 1921, the Red Army invaded and occupied their country to become part of the USSR. In the 1930s, due to Stalin's policies, Ukrainians flooded into Chechnya to escape death from famine. 1 in 5 Chechens took in a Ukrainian family. During World War II, 50,000 Chechens and 12,000 Ingush fought with Russia against the Nazis. But at the end of the war, Stalin stabbed them in the back and falsely accused Chechens of being Nazi supporters. Even those who had been officers and received awards were accused. The punishment for this was for the whole population to be forcibly deported to Kazakhstan. Over 60% perished in the transportation in that freezing February. Those who could not go were immediately shot. 496,460 people were forcibly moved. Among them was a newborn baby born on the 15th of February, 1944. 8 days later, this child, the 13th in the family, was deported. His name was Dzhokhar Dudayev, the future leader of independent Chechnya. The accusations of mass conspiracy had, of course, been completely fabricated by the Kremlin to enact genocide. It was disclosed in recent years that the Soviets had plotted to invade Turkey and get rid of Chechens as part of their plan. Subscribe.